This week on Now Here with Chris and Kell. Alright, where are we at?
We just did to this new one what happened to the old one. And I don't know what I did, but it is now broken.
We made it all 125 nautical miles and tied up in the marina here in Santa Rosalia.
Yep, back in Rosalia. This is not as much of a pleasure visit. I've got a laundry list of things to do, chief of which is get that watermaker either scrapped or working.
Yep, the saga continues. Will Chris and Kell ever have a functioning watermaker?
If we don't have the watermaker, then we're just going to look at other options to get one. Right, dear?
Yep, and it would be a expensive item that we're trying to avoid.
Yeah, we're talking like
Thousands.
over $5,000.
Yeah.
For any kind of setup, so.
Here are the other jobs we have to tackle while we're docked up. Have brackets fabricated to hold the watermaker pump up. Add pulley to shaft for the watermaker. Pull raw water impeller. Tighten rudder shaft. Check on tricolor and steaming lights. Touch up the gray paint in the galley. Clean joker valves. Test rebed one of the pilot house windows. Assemble the watermaker. Tackle our random things that we need epoxied list. Siphon diesel to tank and refill our jerry cans. We're here for 4 days, so that should be no problem, right? And now for a public service announcement from that gringo guy in the marina who's been ripped off once or twice.
A lot of the marinas in Mexico charge for power and water, which is absolutely normal, but I always find it to be prudent to come over this pedestal and take a photo of the meter for electricity and the meter for water before we hook up to either. That way we can double check, audit if we need to. I doubt we'll even hook up to power because our battery bank works pretty well, and it's basically like, why have solar panels if you're not going to use them to avoid things like that? So we will definitely use plenty of water, that's for sure.
Okay, enough rambling. We only have like 3 solid days to conquer that list.
Here are the brackets that came with the pump, or a replacement for the ones that came with the pump. And they're just not beefy. They're zinc.
So they're not quite as great. They're supposed to go like this, which would offer it a lot of strength. But the way that our pulley is set up, they have to go like this. So they're like off-centered, and so they're prone to be damaged like that. So what I'm going to have them do is recreate this with thick stainless steel and put gussets here and here to just reinforce the strength of them. That should be plenty strong.
That's the plan. I'm off to find
Fabricator.
a fabricator and hopefully be able to communicate with said fabricator. Okay, and the phones work, so I don't need the radio. I will see you later.
Okay, sounds good. Good luck.
Thank you. Wait. I need my headphones.
Alright. Godspeed.
Thanks. Did you get a chance to talk to the laundry lady?
I did. We've been texting.
Oh.
Yeah,
When will she come pick up all my dirty roos?
Coming at 2 o'clock today, babe.
Are we doing everything? Like the linens and everything?
All of it.
Sweet. You
Yeah.
have some stripping to do.
I do.
Later, bro.
Bye.
Feels comfortable to be back in Santa Rosalia. And the weather's supposed to be great. Mid to upper 70s the whole time we're here and sunny. So I'm gonna go get some freaking sunscreen on, maybe grab a backpack and do some exploring if I can't find a fabricator.
Yeah, we're already striking out. Trying to meet up with the fabricator today. Chris did find someone, but every time he stopped by, the owner wasn't available. So Chris had to pivot and focus on something else on the list. Let's jump to the bottom of the list. Siphon the diesel we had on deck to our tanks, and refill our jerry cans. First step, empty out the existing jerry cans of diesel into our tank. Next, assemble our handy orange wagon that we purchased a year ago and have only used like 4 times. Fill said wagon with empty jerry cans. Coincidentally, all 4 fit perfectly. Step 4, cart your happy ass up the ramp and head over to the petrol station. Now you wait at the mercy of an available attendant to pump for you, because we simply cannot be trusted to perform such hazardous tasks. Eventually, someone will show up. And then you have to pay, and it's always more than you think it should be. But it's fine because you realize it's a small price to pay in the grand scheme of things. Last step, stash the full jerrys on deck and arrange them just so. Woohoo! One item down. Okay, my turn, the laundry. Got the laundry, gonna meet the laundry lady at the top and drop this off and continue to clean the boat. So yes, we can do our laundry aboard. It wasn't very practical in the short amount of time we had here, so for a little extra coin, we ended up paying Yesenia, the laundry lady, for convenience. Just dropped off the laundry with Yesenia, and she says she's gonna have it all done by 6 o'clock tonight. Also, this is a good time to purge some things and take out our trash.
Must be this one. Because this one is clearly for pets.
Well, our first day here wasn't super productive, but we're making our way through the list. The next day, we would be full steam ahead, so at least progress is being made.
Got my wallet, got my sample brackets, and I've got my Spanish translated modifications drawing. We're gonna go give this another shot. This will be my 4th trip to see this guy. 3 yesterday, no luck. Let's head over. It's not a very long walk, so it's not so bad.
Yeah, not really bad at all, just up a few blocks and around the corner from the marina.
Soldadura. Soldadura. That's what we want. A soldadura. That's welding. This is what happened every time yesterday. There'd either be no one here, the radio's always on. This doesn't bode well.
I got a bad feeling about this.
I've been here 5 minutes. I'm thinking of knocking on the little house over here, but that just seems invasive, doesn't it? What can it hurt? All right, we found someone, Eduardo. And we had the neighbor come over and help translate, which was helpful, but there was still a pretty good language barrier, so it'll be interesting to see what we end up with tomorrow.
Up next on Chris's list, while we're waiting on a fabricator for the brackets, let's add the pulley to the shaft.
Got my construction red work shorts on.
Yep, that's important.
They have goo on them. Much goo.
See that.
These were super cheap. So, that's the source of our rattling when the engine's on. And the reason why I left it, it's these screws right here. The reason why I left it for so long is this is kind of like my punishment. Like I have to get the watermaker fixed, and until then I have to deal with it.
Deal with the rattling?
Because it didn't hurt anything.
Gotcha.
It's just annoying. But today's mission is to get a pulley on the front of this shaft. So that's what I'm working on.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
About 6 seconds later. Alright, where are we at?
We just did to this new one what happened to the old one. And I don't know what I did, but it is now broken into 2 pieces just like the last one did. I think it's probably me just banging on this stuff, trying to get it in, but... So, I mean, here is the realistic thing. We've got almost all the parts of the watermaker that we need, with the exception of some sort of way to drive the high pressure pump. This is frustrating. We broke it. Now I'm back to square one, trying to figure out the best way to either fix this DC or this belt driven pump so it works. All I need is a working pulley on the front of the engine that I can attach to, and then a frame for it. If I can do that, we're in great shape. If I can't do that, I don't know what the hell we're gonna do. We'd have to like look at options. We have all the pieces to make a watermaker. A watermaker is like $6,000, and trying to put one together is just a huge pain in the ass. It keeps failing. I don't know. I'm gonna get my head down there and think. That's
Okay.
what I gotta do.
Bummer. Okay, so the list just got a little shorter. Now that we're sticking a pin in our watermaker saga once again. Oh, but we did add something.
Alright, Grease Monkey, what's your status update?
Well, right now I'm about to change the oil.
Cool.
I just replaced the impeller. I'm going to do the impeller once a year. So we'll write that down, and then we'll do an oil change every 200 hours on the engine. So.
Okay.
One cool thing I did, so the last time I did the impeller change, which was right before we left, it was a huge pain in the ass, like so frustrating to get it in there. This time I lubricated it with animal, like vegetable oil, which is, you're not supposed to use petroleum base. But the real trick is you take a zip tie and you get the little like fins on the impeller. These guys right here. These fins, they're supposed to go like this for our impeller because it spins counterclockwise. So you don't want them all like kind of pushing water, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the trick that I saw, and this works really awesome, is you take a zip tie and you just slowly tighten it while you move all the fins back. Tighten, move the fin back, tighten it, move the fin back. And then you have them all in the right direction. And you just kind of like put it in there and then cut the zip tie. And that worked awesome. Like, this took me 1/5 the effort that it took last time, maybe even less.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna change the oil, and that should do it for engine room projects until we can get the water maker set. The saga continues. Yay!
Sounds like a plan. Meeting adjourned.
While Chris continues to work in the engine room, I'm down below also working away, until my assistance was requested for a very important quality control issue.
I bought this tequila. It was 120 pesos. And in the United States, it's actually like 15 bucks. So give this a shot. It's 11 a.m. It's time to try tequila.
Yep, that's the face you made.
It's like cheap tequila.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually quite smooth, but it doesn't feel like smooth in the way you want. I'm gonna try it in a margarita.
Got all the laundry back from Yesenia.
Oh man, it has been a long day. Anyway, let's update the list. Kelly's jobs. She's pink. Boop. And that's not me being sexist. It's a very well established boat thing where there's pink and blue jobs, and that's not my fault. Have brackets fabricated. That's happening. Add pulley to shaft. I did the opposite. I pulled a pulley off the shaft. Pull a rod water impeller. I did that. Tighten rudder shaft. Haven't done that. Haven't done either of the lights. Haven't painted. Haven't cleaned joker valves. Haven't assembled the water maker. Haven't done the... What the hell? Oh, I did that. I got 2 done. Should feel very bad for me. Tomorrow I have a lot of stuff to do, including cutting out the window. This one right here. This is the one we started. I took the frame off. I scraped all the black goo out. We're going to try to do a chintzy. Everybody on the internet told me not to. So tomorrow I will cut it out of the boat. Tomorrow we have Saturday, and then Sunday we leave. And that's going to happen. We'll probably have to finish the water maker in La Paz. And I'm okay with that. Kelly, are you okay with that?
Yep.
Or would you rather spend $6,000 on something that we probably can't get until La Paz?
I'm okay waiting until the pause.
Me too. And then we'll be like, pause, and decide. That's what'll happen.
The saga continues.
I've La Paused. Oh, despite the water maker being put temporarily on hold, we can still get this bracket. I think it'll work in our new plan, and we already had it commissioned, so we might as well check on it. Hopefully it's done, but there's a good chance it won't be. And there's also a good chance no one will be there.
Chris walked up, and to his surprise, the guy was actually there. But
It wasn't right. I'm glad I stopped by. He's gonna work on it. I'm pretty damn confident that he's got it now. It's gonna be about 600 pesos, which, you know, that's still like 50 bucks. And they should be nice and strong. Based on the stuff he's working on, I think he's got a good idea of what we want to do. Maybe grab a bite to eat because I didn't eat it today.
roughly 6 seconds later,
I smell chicken, and there's this place right down here that does Sinaloa chicken. So I think if they're open, that would be worth a stop, because I haven't had any of that since Penasco, and it was my favorite. So we're gonna go see if they're open and see if we can't get some chicken. Hola. Hey, como uno.
Chris ended up ordering a whole mess of food to bring back to the boat for the both of us.
Kelly, look what I found. Sinaloa chicken. Want to try some chicken? I got the deluxe combo. Comes with these things. Comes with chips, macaroni salad. Ooh, that's
a
new.
first.
Salsa, some sort of delicious sauce, and a big bag of chicken. I would expect, based on that list, there'd be more.
That is some juicy
Oh, there
chicken.
we go. French fries and tortillas.
Lots of tortillas.
Yep. That was good.
That is a meal.
All right. It's delicious. It's not quite as like crispy skinny. It's more of like wet, but it's really good.
It kind of smells like curry.
It's adobo. I got half and half.
Oh, okay.
Regular and adobo.
We are giving El Buen Pollo a rating of 13. Okay, back to work now. What's next on the list? There's a hole in our boat. He took out a window.
Yeah, it's on the list.
Yeah.
I'm rebedding it right now. How's my epoxy? Is it hardening? Oh yeah, that's good. I should be able to put the window back in today.
Chris is using a product called Sikaflex 295 UV to seal the gap between the glass and the frame.
Nice if this worked out, then maybe something on my list would be successful.
You've had some success, haven't you?
I feel like it's been frustrating. The lights up above, I just don't think you can see it from that angle. It was definitely on when I went up the mast twice to check.
The steaming light and the color lights?
Good, they both work, so now we can cross this item off the list. After Chris Sikaflexed, he then bedded the frame back in place with butyl tape.
All right,
Now he's just cleaning up the squeeze out from the butyl tape.
get the excess off here, and we should be done with this window.
Cool. Great, another item to check off.
We've also isolated the leak that we've been concerned about the most.
We can now do the rest of the windows at anchor, now that we know this method worked, and we have all the supplies to be able to do so. So we can move on to other projects. And with that success, let's knock out another easy one and paint some stuff in the galley. Chris went through and touched up all the gray in our galley, including some of the covers we had not painted the first time.
I've done it.
You've done it. Look
Yeah,
at that.
I don't know why we had that white before, but that looks 100 times better to this reporter.
Okay.
Not much left on the list now.
Well, I got the baby gate up.
Why?
What you doing down there?
Trying to siphon the water out of this weird bilge spot. Can't get my head low enough, I don't think.
Want me to hold your feet?
Chris is using his mouth suction to try and siphon out the nasty bilge water, and it's not going so well.
I wonder if like a turkey baster would work.
Ugh.
Micro's got nothing on you.
All the time, man.
Another day down, with progress being made, we got some good sleep, and the following day would be our last to get the remaining tasks completed.
It's our last day in Rosalia, Kelly.
It's Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, we leave tomorrow morning first thing. So let's consult our list.
Okay.
Have brackets fabricated. I'm supposed to pick those up today. Can't cross them off until they're done, so no.
Okay.
Add pulley to shaft. Do you know what that is? I forgot what that is.
Seriously?
What is it?
It's part of the watermaker.
Add pulley to shaft. Oh yeah, that we can't do.
Are you trying to be funny right
No,
now?
I could not believe me. I was like, what fucking shaft needs a pulley on? Tighten rotor shaft. I haven't done that yet. Check tricolor and steaming light. I did that. They're working. Paint galley dark gray. Did that. Clean the joker valve. And I've removed test window and reseat. Did that. Wow, I'll get a lot more cross-offs today. Assemble water maker. We'll have to wait till we can have the new pulley fabricated. Perform epoxy list. Didn't do that. Change the oil. Did that. We also need to go provision and get water.
Okay, team, ready? Break. With our backpacks in tow, we tiptoe past the sleeping street dogs and start walking into town for groceries. Today is a provisioning day, and we are going to the lay. See, it rhymes. That's fun.
It's a grocery store, so it's appropriate.
Yep. Gonna stock up on groceries.
For the next 3 weeks, at least.
3 weeks. That's a long time.
You know what? We can't go into the grocery store on an empty stomach. We'll shop like idiots.
Okay.
So in order to prevent that, Kelly, I think we should stop and get some birria.
Sounds good. We arrived at Birria Ramirez with high hopes because birria is delicious. And this place has a 4.8 star rating on Google.
The consomme has arrived.
That smells good. Dude, there's nothing better than birria and Coca-Cola.
While we waited for our order of birria tacos, Chris was on the phone ordering our drinking water to be delivered to the marina. Shortly after, the food arrived.
That's perfecto, gracias. That looks delicious.
These tacos are 40 pesos a piece, which is a little over $2 US, and you typically get an array of toppings to decorate them with. The consomme is an extra add-on for dipping, and we highly recommend you go this route.
That's pretty damn delicious. Yeah, you gotta try it, man. So traditional birria is like a stew or a soup, and then all over the place, this you can get in the States all over the place, birria tacos, because it's like the latest thing. It's just like rich and satisfying.
So satisfying, yes.
The consomme. I can see why this is great hangover food. All right, let's finish up here and head to the grocery.
Breakfast of champions. How's your coffee?
Meaty. It's actually really delicious. It's like a broth, but it's got a bit of a sheen to it, a little fat in there. And It's really tasty.
Chris finishes sipping on the remaining consomme, and we make our way towards the grocery store. We'll give Birria Ramirez a rating of 15. With our bellies full, morale was once again riding on high, and we were ready to shop.
Energy.
What's today?
Today is Saturday. 3rd.
Thank you. All right, let me get some tortillas.
All right. Wonder what that's about. We got everything we need for a month.
Yeah, I don't think so. We're gonna find out. Hopefully the fishing will be abundant.
Yes, I hope you're right.
We checked out and loaded up our bags. We'd have to taxi back to the marina with all these goodies in tow. Our cab driver helped us unload a month's worth of groceries. Now we just have to make it down the ramp and somehow fit this all into the boat.
Okay. You got it all, babe?
Yeah, I got it. Got the eggs.
I'm not carrying anything. She's just carrying the rest. I'm straining though. Like my neck muscles look on point right now. Let's just get to the boat. It's not that far of a walk.
Once we got back to the boat, we start frantically organizing everything and taking proper inventory, which also involves removing all the packaging and adding our own labels to eliminate as much garbage as possible while we're at anchor. At this point, our water delivery showed up, so while I'm putting all the groceries away, Chris is filling up our freshwater tank to the tippy top. We have a good amount of fridge and freezer space aboard, and we certainly packed both to the brim. So while I've been putting things away, I've been letting our vegetables and fruits soak in a mixture that is supposed to sanitize them. And so that's cooking out here. We're limited on towels, so I like to dry all our fruits and vegetables in the sun before I put them away, to avoid any premature molding. I also put our eggs away in our fancy egg containers. Deeper in the boat, we have another fridge that we built ourselves using vacuum insulated panels. The fridge/freezer space is great for storing cold items in a more long-term way, because it's a pain in the ass to get to. And of course, we have ample good dry storage underneath our settee, or what boat people call a couch.
Okay, we got water, we got groceries. We need to clean up the boat quite a bit, especially the deck, but we're getting pretty set. The last stop is to get back to that fabricator guy and see if our brackets were made, and I also need some beer.
So, good news, the guy was actually there in his shop. But the bad news?
Well, shit. Struck out. Poor Hobby kept breaking his blade, or his drill bits. I've been there. Stainless steel's a pain in the ass. But anyway, we're gonna have to get these done in La Paz when we have the other piece machined, which I guess no big deal. Definitely better not strike out on the beer though. I'm thinking at least a case, if not whatever I can carry. They have this sweet deal. You can get a 12 pack for 154 pesos, which is less than 10 bucks. That should do it for a little bit, I think. All right, that should at least get us most of the way there.
You're back.
I made it.
Cool. Any luck?
No, actually.
Oh.
I couldn't drill through the stainless, so just kind of shook his hand and said, okay. But I did find some beers. Oh, that should almost get me there.
I hope so.
So I got these back, and we'll just deal with that next time.
Okay.
We then proceeded to finish packing and cleaning the boat in final preparation for our departure tomorrow. For the next month or so, we would be living off-grid and bouncing around remote anchorages while we explore Baja, Mexico. Tomorrow morning, we'll be departing early, around 6 a.m. Tune in next week to see where we'll go. Stay tuned for this week's blooper reel, sponsored by our patrons, Debbie and Peter. Thanks, guys!
Sexy. You're gonna have to edit this down because it's super boring. But what I'm doing right now is just wasting time because my next job is to get into the engine room and start messing around with the watermaker. And so I can tell that I'm delaying. But here we go. I'm gonna avoid this scary freaking dog that keeps like... I need you to take it because it hurts my arms.